Life, reality, humanity. Is life on Earth cracking down to its foundation? Many will tell you that the grand end is to be expected sooner rather than later. All around the world, we live by an unwritten ruling of standards that revolve around the idea of common morality. And much of the status quo is derived from clusters of religions and traditions passed down from ancient eras to modern civilization as we know it today. Can these global principles account for all the questions that lurk in the minds of the masses about their final destination? We must scan for the truth in as many places as possible. And once you decide to do so, there are many descriptions unmoored throughout abundant amounts of literature, religious documents, and philosophical writings that all pertain to the end of time. And all of which seem to point to one exact date. December 21st, 2012. I began my investigation at an institution that is meant to serve as an oasis of education and knowledge, Western Kentucky University. The American College University provides the appropriate commodities to be educated, as well as young minds full of opinions to be heard, analyzed, scrutinized, and above all, opted for consideration in the most uncompromising degrees. I thought it would be suiting to kick off my research to see what the student population had to say on the subject matter, and the magnitude of responses that I received is quite astonishing.
I saw that movie with John Cusack, and if anything tells me limousines will fly.
My soul might just feel that line. Describing what's it like, describing.
This step in human consciousness will hopefully move the world away from this dark path that we're heading down.
Looking around at all my comrades.
I don't know.
My police state might just feel that
Yeah, you really
line.
are. Should we redo it?
I want to give names to our bonds.
You know, well, you might not know, so I'll tell you. I feel like we got just so many diseases that are just killing off everybody. You got AIDS, you got cancer, you got, well, shit, I don't know, you just got a whole bunch of diseases, but you got these scientists, and they're progressive like, so they're just gonna cure at least one, if not all these diseases in 2012, and then we're just gonna start to overpopulate, and it's gonna be the beginning of the end of the world.
What is your personal theory of what's going to happen in 2012?
I personally think that even though some of the events that were on the calendar seem to have happened, I believe that we could not just simply go with coincidence. And plus, at the end, it said awakening. Awakening doesn't mean death for all of us. It could be a realization of something else. But to simply judge based on a calendar that ended probably at 2012 is just ridiculous.
Well, the world didn't end at Y2K, and the world didn't end after September 11th. And the world doesn't ever end after someone says it's going to end. Like, I think if the world's going to end, it's going to happen when people don't expect it.
Personally, I don't believe in that Mayan bullshit. I mean, who are they to tell me the world's going to end in 2012? I mean, I got a whole lifetime ahead of me.
Well, I believe that on December 21st, 2012, hopefully, there will be an enlightening, and human consciousness will just take the next step, and hopefully we'll take this world in a different direction, because right now we're just heading down what I see, a very dark path. And I don't know, I don't think that's favorable towards what our generation can hopefully yield, but I'm really hoping that 2012 will kind of change things up a bit. I don't know, but
calendar isn't the only source saying that the world is going to end in 2012. There's a lot of mythology and a lot of different world religions that point to it as well, but a general consensus from experts who have studied the different myths and the different ideas behind it, I guess, is that it probably won't be the end of the world, but maybe like a new enlightenment, or like a really big socio-political change, perhaps.
Now, I don't know, I just might have been rambling, just might have been thinking too much. Just think about that for a second. The beginning of the end of the world.
I do not believe that the world is going to end in 2012, or at least, if it is, I don't think the Mayans had any more insight into when the world's going to end than we do now. So I think the Mayan calendar and predicting the end of the world are not related.
I've also had this thought that that possibly on that day, maybe everyone would have everyone would just black out for the entire day. And when that would happen, everyone would wake up on December 22nd, 2012. And things would just be like a little bit different, but people would start to, I don't know, do things in a different manner, and like start to realize and see the world in a different way, and be more open-minded about things. But I don't know, that's just my theory. Hopefully, I don't know, hopefully something happens.